This is the first part of reviving this little guy. Can't believe it fired right up. Oh, spraying fuel everywhere though. So just to bypass the fuel system, I pulled the hose off the fuel pump and used a syringe, filled the float bowl, and it fired right up. Blows my mind. All right, had a little emergency there. I hooked the fuel line back up to the fuel pump so it stops spraying gas everywhere. I mean, this thing fired up in literally a couple seconds. Threw a battery on it. Like I said, I pumped the float bowl full of gas. Pretty handy. Use that to pump the float bowl full. Because again, this thing's been sitting for at least 5 years. I had no idea if the gas was any good, but it seems to be okay. Checked the oil, gave it a crank, and there she goes. So the plan is, let this run and warm up, make sure it's not doing anything bad. I'm gonna pull the motor out of this to put into my race car with the turbo. In case something goes horrible, I'm gonna blow up an engine I don't really care about. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool, pretty excited. Kind of bummed I stole the transfer case out of it already. I wish I hadn't. I could have taken it for a little drive. Okay, well, this has been a couple days after the after getting the engine started. So I did a couple more things on this thing. Got rid of the ugly bumper that was on the front and just basically pressure washed it over and over. It was really nasty. It sat for several years with just the bikini top on it, and so the inside was just completely jammed full of leaves and other debris under the seats. He'd had some sandbags back here for some reason, and you know, the bag material rotted away, and so the back was all full of sand. Thing had about 4 inches of sand in the back, and a lot of it had fallen under the seats, and so that was a lot of scooping and shoveling, and pulled all the body plugs and just kept washing it. Luckily there doesn't really seem to be any rust issues. This is a bad spot for them to rust out. So I'm just basically getting rid of junk off of it, cleaning it. Obviously it's gonna need a ton of work. Threw away the original seats. They were just total crap. Mostly upholstered with duct tape. So the biggest bummer of this thing is the passenger door is pretty caved in, and then the quarter panel here. But luckily, with the seatbelt mechanism pulled out of the way, I've got really good access to the backside of that dent. So I'm gonna try to pop that guy out carefully, try to get that fixed with minimal filler. You know, my plan is to turn this into a daily driver. So I'm just gonna slowly fix it up. You know, other than that dent, the tub is in excellent shape. Like I said, this door's bad. That door is in okay shape, other than the windows out of the track, and it needs a panel and a crank and some other stuff. But at least the shell's good. I've got the transfer case out of it. I borrowed it out to put in my other Samurai over there. But I'm going to swap those back. I'm going to put that case back in here. And then, like I said before, I'm going to use this engine for kind of my turbo test dummy. And I'll be pulling the little built 1.3 out of that and sticking it in here. So long term, you know, I want to repaint it, clean the body up, you know, build new bumpers. I'm not totally sure what I want to do. I really like this 235/85 tire size. I'd like to put those on this, or that size on this, but with less lift than this one. I really like this Samurai a lot, but I got little kids, I'll be hauling around and stuff, so I'm gonna keep it shorter. Maybe like 2 inches less lift than what this one's got. Kind of see the difference. I think this one's probably at about 7 inches of lift. So if I can get like 3 to 4 in a similar size tire, that'd be pretty sweet. I have this flare, but I'm missing that one, but that doesn't really matter. My plan is to cut these flare support pieces off. They're just spot welded to the fender. So I'm gonna pull these off carefully, and I kind of want to mimic the look that a lot of the guys do in Japan, the way they're built. The Japanese, like the JA11s and other versions of the K-car class, they don't have these fender flares. And to me, they look really good without them. So I'm gonna work on this dent here for a few, and then I'll come back and show you the results. Well, just a little bit of tapping. I got a big part of it out, but then it started chipping out, and I realized this has got a ton of Bondo in it. You can see that's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I need to grind this all out down to bare metal so you can really see what it is. You know, feeling inside, it had a pretty localized dent about right here that they just filled up with Bondo instead of knocking out. So I guess that's next. I mean, it's not definitely not a priority right now what I'm doing with this, but I just wanted to see how bad it was. Yeah, this whole thing has got a ton of filler in it. No big deal. Just gonna grind it out, get down to bare metal, and then straighten it out, and then probably take a real thin film skim coat when I'm done. But like I said, I want to try to do this with minimal filler possible. And then once I get the motor pulled out, I'm going to pull this pretty much all apart, get the seat belts out, the roll bar, and pull the Targa bar off, pull the doors off. And then I'm going to get this all prepped inside, and I'm going to get it line next. Something I've always wanted to do with all the Samurais I've had in the past. So this time I'm finally going to do it. You know, I'll do, you know, the floor, the tubs, inside here, and then basically that separation line where the Targa bar attaches, that'll kind of be the break from there up, you know, then under the doors and as far up the firewall as practical. Probably, you know, basically just to that line there, do the tunnel, and I'll probably pull the pedal assembly out, just so it's easier for the guys to do that. It'd be nice to get just above the speaker openings, all the way across. I think that'll help a lot with noise and rattles and, you know, just road noise, and then it'll be preserve it from rust in the future and just make it a lot more quiet, nice to drive. And then you know, I'll do the plastic ABS panels, the 5-piece kit. I just put that set in this car. I really like them. Really simple, clean, and again, doesn't matter if they get wet. And then it's kind of got the same texture as Line-X, so it should look pretty good. I may even do this part of the door Line-X, just because you know, that gets kicked a lot, but we'll see. So that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, I'm going to get this, I got a couple of things left to do on this guy, and then when that goes home, I'm going to jump on this. Really excited. You you know, in some of the work I've done to this, taking it for little test drives, it's really made me miss having a Samurai for the street. So this will be cool. So I'll keep doing updates on this thing as they come, and hopefully be driving it in the next couple months. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.